It's time for the greatest athleticism you've ever seen in your life. The pros and the leagues are shaking in their boots. With all the videos out there of talented bowlers showing their stuff, there's this series, as it is now time to watch me suck at bowling. Welcome to week 4 of 5 for the month of June 2020's edition of Watch Me Suck at Bowling, coming to you from COVID lanes. As you can see, we're coming from lane 19. Not doing the usual stint in terms of an intro because at the time there was a church playing copyrighted music. It doesn't last all too much longer. Once this game sort of gets underway, it stops and stops for good. And we'll have normal audio. So how's it gonna go? We're gonna find out, but of course we gotta put this plug in first. Watch Me Suck at Bowling is a proud sponsor of the hit TV Candlepin show King of the Palace. Watch talented professional and league bowlers show their stuff instead of watching this crap. To watch episodes of King of the Palace, simply go to YouTube and search for King of the Palace. If you want to subscribe to the show, go to youtube.com/newpalacelanes. Frame 1, ball 1. Last game was a bit ugly, so can we recover from that lousy 70s game? Ball 2. Of course, a start like that doesn't quite help things. Ball 3, no music. Nine, and since the last one was fair delivery, if the wind knocked it over, it's still considered, well, there wasn't any wind. If it just fell over, it counts. Niner. For those of you who like the pin, the pin setter action, here's the GF2 in action. Dodging this concert's messing me up. Frame 2, ball 1. Of course, the music had to come back. Ball 2. We've been starving for a mark. Could we possibly get it? Ball 3, twisted my wrist. That is a true sign of a very crappy bowler. And there's an I wish it was ball 2 moment with a 10. We had a pretty rough start, but it ultimately wound up being okay. We ultimately did get a 9-1 in spite of the first 2 balls being horrible. And then we got the I wish it was ball 2 moment with the 10-2, 19. Frame 3, ball 1. The camera's being moved because it's really hard to see the viewfinder. Now that it's better centered, let's see if the ball somewhat finds center. That was a little too centered. Ball 2. Yet another craptacular leave, 1 extra pin being from a Greek church. How the train ever so quickly falls off the rails. Ball 3. Need a big out. Could hit that triangle on the left with that piece of wood. Probably can make a lot of them go. Again, going for the points. This time the drain was a factor, the manhole cover, but didn't steer the ball all that far away. 8. Frame 4, ball 1. Once again, the music starts. Will it ever stop? Ball 2. The 7 pins pretty much fattened up by a couple pieces of wood. Nope. 9er. Well, it could have been better. I mean, it's not terribly bad. We got an 8 and 3, and we could have had a 10 and 4, but that ball had to be just off the pin plate, knocking down that last pin. We are now at 36. Frame 5, ball 1. Can we bounce back from that unfortunate incident? Ball 2. Now the music's a little high and a little low. I'm waiting for it to stop completely. Of course that had to happen. Here it comes, and around everything. Nothing taken down. Ball 3. If that ball did take pins down, it hit fair wood first, so it would have counted anyway. 8. Frame 6, ball 1. At least we got a halfway decent frame out of that mess. Ball 2. The 4 horsemen and the 9. One of my least favorite leaves. Horse. It seems this time a lot of rollbacks happen and the balls have to be removed kind of frequently. Ball 3, because it hit fair wood, the bounce back and everything it hit counts. Well, you won't see that every day on a regular bowling lane. 9er. Again, okay performance, and speaking of, it's a repeat of the last 2 frames. 8-5, 9-6, 53. Frame 7, ball 1. Funny thing about live bands, they're on again, off again, so literally got to play each frame by ear to see what I mute or leave intact. Ball 2. Wind was not a factor because those 2 in the back were wobbling and they didn't fall down during that gust. Finally a mark. Frame 8, ball 1, El Stinko the bonus ball. What will the bonus be? Four, 5, 7. El Stinko stinks with 3. And now, ball 2. Ball 3. Oh, threw that one away. Curse of the fill. 3 fill and a 7 for this frame. Curse of the fill. What could have been wound up not being. We got the spare in 7, and then Curse of the fill with the 7 and 8. First 3 falling on the first ball, and we get a 73. So at least the game's not going to be all too bad if we can get the pins to stand up.
Frame 9, ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. Just enough to get 10. Last frame, ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. And that will be 9. Church bells. Nice little atmosphere. Anyway, whatever event's happening in the park, the music's on again, off again. It seems to be off. It was on enough that I had to start and stop. I had to stop one episode with edited in ending and start one with an edited in beginning. But here we are. We got ourselves a 92. So we had some weak frames like that 7, that El Stinko the bonus ball, Curse of the Fill with the 3 there. And other than that, it hasn't been all that bad. 92. So that will conclude week 4 of 5 for the month of June 2020's edition of Watch Me Suck at Bowling from COVID Lanes, first floor. George F551 saying, hope you enjoyed and have a good one.